Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Yesterday there was a news that was really trending, and it has to do with EFCC boss Magu, Ibrahim Magu, being arrested by DSS. He was being interrogated, and according to the information we had, EFCC came up and they debunked the fact that he was arrested. They said that he was actually invited for interrogation, that he wasn't arrested, though we didn't see any invitation letter presented by them to show that he was actually invited. And we also heard that he went in with his lawyer, but Sahara Reporter also debunked it, and they said that contrary to their report, that no lawyer from EFCC was allowed into Aso Rock with the arrested Ibrahim Magu. That's the arrested chairman of EFCC, Ibrahim Magu. And right now, the info we have is that he was thrown into the cell. And this is really, really surprising. It's like the referee being given a red card. It's almost unbelievable. But however, let's look at the news in detail. And the news have it that the acting EFCC chairman, Magu, was detained by police in Abuja, and he's going to return to Aso Rock for further interrogation. The only ordeal of acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, Ibrahim Magu, got worse on Monday evening when he was thrown into a cell at the Force Criminal Investigation Department headquarters in Area 10, Federal Capital Territory, shortly after being interrogated by an interagency panel inside Aso Rock Villa, Nigerian seat of power. Magu's arrest earlier on Monday afternoon had sent a freezy across the landscape, especially with the large number of policemen and Department of State personnel deployed to the EFCC office to seize him. The combined security team stormed the EFCC office at Wuse 2 in 3 trucks to arrest and move Magu to the presidential villa in Asokoro area of the Federal Capital Territory to face the panel. Sarah Reporter gathered that the interagency committee, led by a former Court of Appeal judge, Ayo Salami, did not show Magu a copy of the allegation against him, even though he requested to see one. Panel members, it was gathered, only read from the dossier in front of them during the grilling session. After completion of interrogation by the Presidential Interagency Committee over corruption allegation against him, Salami, who was said not to be satisfied at Magu's defense, ordered that the acting EFCC boss be kept in detention until today by 10 p.m. in the morning, when he will be returned to Aso Rock Villa for continuation of the grilling by the committee. These developments quashes claim by the EFCC spokesperson Dele Oyewale that Magu was not arrested but voluntarily submitted himself to the panel. It also punctures the lies by the spokesperson Peter Afunaya that the secret police was not involved in the arrest of Magu. The DSS, in a 2016 report, revealed that Magu was living in a 40 million mansion. He was arrested on Monday after it emerged that he had 4 houses and was moving money outside the country through a third party. Wow, this is really, really serious for a man of his class. As I did say, it's like in a game of football or any game where there is an umpire or a referee being given a red card. It's really a serious one right now. How can one who has been running after those who are corrupt is being accused of corruption? This is really serious. And that's why before now I had been, if you listen to some of our videos, you hear me say that corruption is a system. It's very difficult for anyone to live without it, because by the time you happen to, for example, in his position, there are a lot of files under his care. So you go through those files and you see clear pointer to the fact that this and this has been embezzled. and you're trying to make a move to see how you can get it corrected and get back those looted funds or looted property, whatever it is, you realize to some extent he hears orders from the above that hey, don't go here. Imagine, for example, the issue of this guy, the former governor of Lagos State and also APC leader Tinubu. Up till today, the case was, a complaint was filed by Ayo Adeyanju, to the activist, to EFCC. Up till today, we've not heard anything about it. Nobody's talking about it. Why? Because, hey, whether you like it or not, there are senior citizens in Nigeria, people whom the law itself cannot touch. They are outrightly above the law. They can't be harassed by the law, especially also owing to the fact that they are among the sons of the ruling party. You dare not try to lift up your fingers to touch them. So most of the times, those who are in the anti-graft committee, seeing this kind of system regulating Nigeria, they will also want to use the little privilege that they have to do whatever they feel it's right. Though nothing has been authenticated yet, because we've not heard that he has accepted any of those, things said against him. But however, for Malami to go as far as throwing him into jail clearly shows that at a point, a man who had been known to be a senior officer can also be subjected into, obeying and undergoing the scrutiny of the law. Now, first of all, let's look at what Nigerians have to say. This one said, imagine when the head of an anti-corruption agency is accused of corruption. Truth is, the EFCC has always been a lucrative job that provides opportunity for the recovered loot to be relooted right from the days of Nugu Ribado. I wonder how other countries will be looking at us. In this country, we just know how to make a mess out of everything, including fighting against corruption. It was the same Magu that said he has started the process of extraditing Hush Puppy. Now, what makes him different from Hush Puppy? What you're saying is actually true, but then nobody has affirmed the fact that those allegations are actually true. So no one can say that he's been indicted. But if he is fully indicted, he accepts it, my brother, I'm sorry that it's horrible, because why have you then been using a senior Yahoo boy to be pursuing some Yahoo boys? It makes no sense, because if it's truly that he did all those things, sorry for us as a country. This one says, no one is a saint in Nigeria, and in fact, in the world, humans were created to aspire more, and that's why our needs and want is unlimited. I just laugh at the ignorance of people that call Yahoo guys name. Yahoo guys are just slow reasoning people who does invest their time illegally, spending money and body to hijack contracts from other competitive companies is not an act of Yahoo. Everyone na Yahoo. That's what that one said. This one said, most Nigerians know that Magu is an anointed thief. Anointed thief by Buhari, selected to fight opposition. The guy na sharp man. He started enriching himself. That's a normal thing. It's a system thing. By the time you see other people are doing it and walking away, it's your boys, your friends, your wife, your cousin that will tell you, bros, you need to do things the way you ought to do it too. After all, you're above the law. And this one says, whether confirmed or not, the image of Magu has been sufficiently blurred. Even if he is eventually set free, the harm has been done already. The corrupt and the allegiance are rejoicing at the turn of events. Magu don't fall in hand. Now, someone is saying that he has already blurred his image and all of that. Guess what? There are a lot of people who have been arrested by EFCC and their case made public. But at the end of the day, they will realize that those people were actually not guilty. So same goes for everyone. And that's why at one time somebody came out and said it's really wrong for you not to affirm that this particular case is true, and you publish the face of the person holding an allegation board, that he's guilty, he's charged on the premise of this and this, and it's totally wrong. I don't know if they're going to allow him to hold the same thing in EFCC. When I see that thing, it's bad. because most people's image has been destroyed. Companies have been destroyed when those people were not even guilty. At the end of the day, guess what? EFCC wouldn't even come out to give a public info or publish it in any magazine or any this thing media house that, oh, sorry, this guy that we arrested, actually he wasn't guilty, except for the very big boys before they will make it public. But outside that, any other person, they don't talk, and this is really, really bad. I think it's going to go through the same thing. So you get to see what it feels like for your image to be dent or to be blurred. It's not really always interesting. And that's why there are certain things that need to be corrected. And this person said, quite unfortunate, though Magu was dutiful, but he was dancing and swindling and dancing to the whims and caprices of his paymasters and corrupt politicians. His hand is also soiled with oil. The people that appointed him know all along he is never a saint. And of course, going to toss him to the trash can going to toss him to the trash can since they are done with him. His services delivering the ignoble rule is over. He needs to be shifted for another one to enter. Dedicating ASA. No one knows tomorrow. That's no one knows to Magu. Is it to Magu? And that is a good one there. The person even gave a poem there. And this one said, this reggae music goes sweet though. When you think, say you be untouchable, you they pull these shots. You they dine with men of power, but all of a sudden you realize you are just a dangling pendulum waiting to be pulled down. That's inside life, my brother. And some people are saying that it's fake info and all of that. It's coming from Sahara Reporter. However, we'll get to know more about it as the day unfolds. And I think at this point, we just want to leave it there. Go to our comment section. What do you think will become of Magu if this information, if after everything he's found guilty?